For all my listeners that live in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my all-time favorite car mechanics and longtime good friend, Glenn Moser. He is a supporter of this podcast and the owner-operator of Professional Auto, located at 5900 Thurston Avenue, Suite Alpha in Virginia Beach. Phone number is 757-962-0102. Not only is Glenn an extremely talented mechanic, but he is also a great American and a staunch supporter of our constitutional rights. My family and I relied on Glenn and Professional Auto for all of our vehicle needs when we lived in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area. Quality work at a fair price and service with a smile are what you will receive when you take your vehicle to Professional Auto. I encourage all my listeners there in the Hampton Roads area to look them up if your car needs work. Again, that is Professional Auto, 5900 Thurston Avenue, Suite Alpha in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and the phone number is 757-962-0102. Welcome to the weekend update for Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton, coming to you from the Goat Locker Studio in Sevierville, Tennessee. For local news and events, East Tennessee's own Mr. Jeffrey Cobble, a constitutional attorney, will be addressing the Sevier County Tea Party on Saturday, May 1st at 2 p.m. The event will take place at the Liberty Baptist Church on Weirs Valley Road in Pigeon Forge. I would encourage every patriot in Sevier County to attend this. Don't let apathy keep you from getting involved. Well, on the home front, I've been left alone to my own devices for the first time since 1999. It's just Harlow and me for the weekend. Denise went out of town for a ladies' event with our church. Her and my daughter Kaylee, I hope they have a great time of fellowship with the ladies of Pathways Church. See, it's been a long time since Denise left me alone because the last time she did in 1999, she came home and I had purchased a new truck without consulting her. Don't worry, honey, I think I've learned my lesson. There won't be a truck in the driveway when you come home. For statewide events, it seems like there were some more shenanigans in Nashville. Imagine that. Especially on Senate Bill 1333. That's a piece of legislation that will create a civil right of action against any government entity that violates a person's protected right to bear arms. For 2 years now, this bill has been filed in the Senate. A bill that is supported by conservative legislators. The bill failed recently in the Judiciary Committee that has 9 members, 7 of which identify as Republicans. If you go to the website to try to check out how they voted, you will see that there's no information available. That seems very shady to me. Apparently, this committee is filled with trans-publicans. You know, those politicians that were elected as Republicans but identify as something else entirely now. Well, their actions effectively killed this bill for 2021. I sent an email to the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Senator Mike Bell, and asked him to provide me, a citizen of Tennessee, with information on how each member of the committee voted. I would encourage you all to do the same as well. Remember, these elected officials work for us, not the other way around. I'll let you know if I get a reply, but I highly doubt it. Also, there's some questions regarding our state's education commissioner, Dr. Penny Schwinn. I would encourage every Tennessean to do an internet deep dive on her. Something is very fishy there. And remember, this is the person that is in charge of education in the state of Tennessee. Her background is important because we need to know if she is going to stand up to the federal government and them linking funding to our education system and teaching these racist theories to our children. So like I said, something's very fishy there. Look into her. Let me know what you think. But more importantly, let your elected representatives know what you find. And Governor Lee. On the national news front this weekend, well, there's a lot of unconfirmed rumors out there at this point about how and why the jurors in the Chauvin trial voted the way they did. It seems that fear, and not elements of the law, were the deciding factors. Fear that if they voted one way, their community, their city would be burnt again. That's not the way to run the justice system in the United States of America. And then there was intimidation by an out-of-state elected representative, one from California no less, inciting violence if the jury didn't find the way they wanted. Wait a minute. Wasn't that what former President Trump was impeached over? Inciting violence? Well, just another example of rules for thee and not for me, I guess. Then there's this. Well, I guess it's an upside to this in the long run. On a video teleconference call, President of the United States of America was wearing a mask when talking with other world leaders. So a fully vaccinated person on a video teleconference call, so he's definitely not within 6 feet of any other human being, wearing a mask. And he's the only one on the call wearing a mask. That's showing strength in front of the world stage, isn't it? He's inspiring. 81 million votes. Yep. But there is an upside to him wearing a mask, I guess. And that's that he can't sniff little kids anymore. Well, until next week, this has been the weekend update of Liberty, Leadership, and Lies with Larry Linton. Reveille, it's time to wake up.